So this is a song I've known how to play for a while. But in regards to accuracy, probably not. I played this song back in 2015 or early 2016. So I do remember some of it because I sometimes do still play it that way. But I think when I made the arrangement, part of me was improvising on certain parts because the guitar solo is just all over the place in a good way. It's the guitar solo, not me improvising. I don't really think back then my improvisation skills were all that. Before we get into it, I know you probably skipped this part, but I am highly suggesting for you to watch the original tutorial, and I'll put that in the link or in the comments below. And I say that mainly because I'm only here to teach the differences of the remix versus the original. Because a lot of the right hand's the same. It's, if anything, it's the left hand that changes, and then we're just here to learn the solos. So what I'm going to do is teach you what I remember, then I'm going to listen to the song, and if there's any other key differences, I'm going to have to hear it and just teach y'all on the spot. So we're like, when he goes to, let me see. I'm not going to teach you the right hand of that because you could spend so much time doing that, and I already taught it in the original. So watch the original, at least for the right hand. You know, if you learn how to play it the original way, the remix is a piece of cake. So let's get into it. I think it starts like this. So let's work on the left hand. What's good about this one is I would argue that the left hand for the solo, it's a lot easier than the original, and maybe that's why learning the original would make this easier for you, because the left hand kind of just, if you watch the original, when you go to the chorus part where it's right here, the left hand utilizes those keys of F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp, but throughout the entire song. So it takes away that. It takes that away, and it just stays on F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp the entire song, from what my memory says. So left hand, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. This chord right here, G sharp, C, D sharp, and then A sharp, C sharp, F. So right hand is playing off of the chords that you're playing with your left hand. F sharp. And so you're going F sharp, A sharp, F sharp, C sharp, A sharp. So yeah. So that's F sharp and A sharp, C sharp. So then A sharp, F sharp, A sharp. So now you're just going up in the same chord that you're playing with your left hand. G sharp, C, D sharp. And then same thing here kind of, but you kind of backtrack. So it's going to be A sharp, C sharp, F, C sharp. repeat that. So then the next part is so the right hand again doing the most work. So it starts with F sharp and A sharp, which is left hand. Then you're going to go to G sharp and C, and then you're just going to hit A sharp. Now, obviously, you got, I think the bass is starting to try to come in, so you can turn that into like a weird inversion chord of what's going on, or you can softly play what you're going to be playing throughout the song, which is just going to be this. And you can play that in multiple patterns, it just depends what you want to do. So let's see. So let's turn this into the eighths. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, C, D sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, F, A sharp. Right? That's what you got going on, and that pretty much repeats. So let's see, right hand. So you're playing notes that are going back and forth in between C sharp, but it starts with C sharp. So C sharp, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Then you're gonna go to G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, A sharp. And obviously you're in between, you're playing this C sharp here, but if I keep repeating it, I'm not gonna remember what I'm talking about. So feel free to rewind that. It's not too difficult. But I think when I was learning this song years ago, I was like, yo, this is the coolest remix I've ever heard in my life. It sounds really hard. And then I played it and I'm like, because I already learned the original, I really just used the chords from the original. Like I said, the chorus of the chords from the original. And I was like, oh wow, so I technically already know it. And that's like half of the song right there, or more than half. So you repeat again. And I think you repeat 2 more times, but the last one changes. So one more. And then this time, it's just, you're gonna go, you're doubling up on the octaves kind of C sharp, rather than going back down to B sharp. So it'll look like this. To F major or F minor eighth. Sorry. I think. But anyway, let's play these together. Sorry, not F major eighth, but right here is going to be F, A sharp, C sharp, F. So let me see. Then your right hand jumps down, and now we're incorporating this, but we're playing it on different notes. So that's what this is. So your left hand's still doing, these keys. I'm just, I already taught you those notes, but I taught you them as chords. But now you can just play them individually, and you can do all kind of patterns. Especially, it depends how you want to play the song. If you want to make it like a ballad. But you have to make sure you keep that same kind of tempo. But I kind of I do a lot every time I play something a little different, utilizing the same keys, so different patterns. So yeah, we hit this chord. Left hand's the same, like I said, you're just playing notes a little slower rather than playing as chords, but your right hand, after it plays this chord, jumps down. Now right now I'm playing G sharp, A sharp, C sharp. 4 times. A sharp, C, D sharp. Twice. And then I jump to A sharp, C sharp, F. So you can practice that part a little bit. Right hand jump and play G sharp, C sharp, G sharp. And then you're going to jump back down and play this pattern again. You're going to stop on G sharp, A sharp, C sharp one final time, and then you're going to play Love and Absolution, right? So that's right here. F, G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F, G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, D sharp, A sharp. So here's what it'll look like. Let's see. And then this is why right here is where I say you need to watch the original tutorial for anybody that watches this one, mainly because it's still this part. The only thing that's changing here is rather than jumping around like this with your left hand, right? We're just staying on the F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp. So it's sometimes I go back and play the left hand as chords versus just single notes. So here's where the guitar solo comes out, and this is where I was kind of like bullshitting in my arrangement. So now, this is where we go ahead and try to listen to the LBJS remix. I got my volume down, of course. Do not disturb, volume down, silent. It's always me. So yeah. obviously I just taught you some of that. So that's the first minute. So now I'm gonna try to hear this. No promises. Let's see. I hear some stuff. No promises again. I'm trying, yo. I'm trying. Trying to do it fast. Yeah, these guitar solos are all over the place. So if I like teach y'all the wrong thing, sorry. But it seems like, you know, left hand, you're crescendoing, getting louder, still the same keys, right? So it starts off with C sharp, and we can do that as octaves because it comes in strong. I'm sorry, D sharp comes in strong. Sorry. Okay, so as long as if you start on D sharp and as long as you end that solo on F, you're good, right? So watch, let me show you. Right now, this is maybe it's advanced of what I'm about to do in regards to me just like bullshitting, which I like to call improvising, but it'll probably be like this. Something like that, right? So I think this is like that kind of scale. I don't know what that is. Is that a melodic scale? Wouldn't know. But I would start off with octaves of D sharp, and we're just gonna play octaves for a bit. So D sharp, F, G sharp, F, D sharp, C sharp. So right here, C, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp. It's okay? So then I would slowly, I guess like, you know, hit the G sharp octaves a couple more times, but like a little bit quietly, not as powerful. Just to like fill that gap in between. So right here, I think I hear. Something like that, right? So let me try to teach that. So C sharp, C, G sharp, C, C sharp. Yeah, so C, D sharp, C. Okay. It's almost like C is almost in between every note that you're playing here. C sharp, C, G sharp, C, C sharp, C, D sharp, C. Yeah, so C is in between every note you got going on here. And so I would do that twice. At this point, I'm just like teaching y'all an improvisation. I don't even know if it's too accurate. But I think if you made an arrangement and you played what I teach you for like these guitar parts, I think you wouldn't really have too many bad comments. I think people would really appreciate the effort of what you come to play. Because again, it's a guitar solo. And when guitar solos, I feel like it's kind of hard to incorporate those on the piano. I don't know how to explain that, but so you repeat it twice. So I would do this. So right here I would do this. So F, D sharp, A sharp, D sharp, F, D sharp, G sharp, F. Yeah. So after F, I would use this chord, C sharp, F, A sharp, right? So let me see. Yeah. Right? So I don't know if I taught that right here. F, C sharp, A sharp, C sharp, F. So after F, you go back to C sharp, G sharp, C sharp. So it's like you're. I'm so sorry, yo. If you hate this tutorial, I'm so sorry. F, C sharp, F, C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and then C sharp, F, A sharp. So let's see what that sounds like. So I would use this chord a couple of times until you finally loop back around to F sharp. Yeah. So 5 times I would use that chord. So yeah, this is the solo that I would this is how I would incorporate. I would say that I'm being kind of lazy, but like when it comes to I learn things by ear. That's what I do. I don't read sheet music, but when it comes to something so intricate like that, I'm not saying that I can't learn it quickly, but we would be here longer in this video than we would need to be. Like this would be something I would have to like really sit here and figure out on my own and come back to it. But I wanted to at least give you the basis of what this song contains. So that's what this is. So yeah. And then it would This is my fucking song, bro. I fucking love this song. God damn. Fucking amazing. I'll never forget the first time I heard this remix, bro. The original's amazing as is. But come on, man. Amazing. So when he says one last chance, you have to hit chords with your left hand. And I think I taught it this way in the original too. So just same notes versus like, you know, it starts off single, so it's like, right? So that's that one change right there, but nothing that we really have to get into. Again, I'm not really teaching the lyrics of the right hand because we did this in the original. So just refer back to that one for those parts. But let's keep listening. Love this song. So you can keep staying here for the chorus. Right? Again, this part I won't really teach this either because we did this in the original. So skip to this part in the original tutorial, because I would say to do what I did, this is what I do. Because it's still using the same keys of F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. But you don't want to just keep on, you know what I'm saying? You want to signify different changes or at least be a little bit creative about it. But I would say this is the easiest of the forms of the song. So yeah. So that essentially stays the same. So right here is a change. I swear I was improvising because I was too lazy to figure it out. Still kind of am. So let's see. Probably something like that, right? Let's hope for the best. would improvise. How we did before, where we did. So what did we do? Something like that, right? I would utilize that kind of over here. So I would use G sharp, A sharp, C sharp here. And right now, what's happening with your left hand is you're just going to be going between F sharp and G sharp. You're not going to be going to the A sharp. So it's like 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think maybe at the end it goes to the A sharp. Nope, it doesn't. It's just you're going back and forth between F sharp and G sharp. So improvising, mistakes, whatever. So we're gonna do, I will hit that a couple of times. So right here is C sharp, C sharp, G sharp. It's okay. And then F sharp, F. So yeah. So yeah, I would go in between F and F sharp. I hope this makes sense. Yo, if y'all report this video, I get it. So right here, it's funny because this would make more sense if you're on F sharp, but this happens when you're on the G sharp, right? And I'm just, don't worry, we're about to go outside, buddy. And I'm just going in between C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Hold on. I'm just going fast there. But after you're done playing it as many times as you want, make sure after the final G sharp, you're gonna go to C. Then C sharp. Then you're gonna play this chord, A sharp, C sharp, A sharp. G sharp, C, G sharp. So it's gonna look like this. And at this point, now your left hand continues as normal, and you're playing the. Now it might be like a kind of a disconnect. You got to figure out where you need to jump in and do it. Mainly because I feel like my dog's about to shit in the house. When you're finishing right here, the lyrics have already started. So you might you can wait if you want, just to preserve that moment, and then jump back in at the second part of the lyrics. So it'll be like, right? So we can do that. So everything is pretty much the same right now. Left hand and, you know, right hand utilizing lyrics. Obviously, he's adding more layers to the lyrics in this area, but notes-wise on the piano, it's the same. So again, if you think that you missed something, go to the original to learn that part. Go into Cage Beat. Then it goes back to the chorus. So that's where we're at. Forgot another solo. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this is my least favorite part of the solo. To me, that key change was weird, but whatever. No, I already brought you outside about 30 minutes ago, dude. You have to wait. So, a lot of the same is going on. Now I gotta figure out the left hand, because the left hand changes, which will really help figure out everything else. But yeah, now since we're back at a guitar solo, this is where your left hand just for now sticks between F and G. It does not go to the A sharp, okay? So it starts with the octaves of F on your right hand. And I play it, you know, a couple times extra or softly just to like accentuate, because we don't have a guitar. So we're working with what we have. So A sharp and then G sharp. And then you're gonna jump to, right? Which we already learned that part, but he's doing it again. And I don't know what I'm doing, but it seems that's what he's doing. Like going down, like hops, like this. Something like that, right? So that's just C sharp, D sharp, A sharp, C, G sharp, A sharp, F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, F, C sharp, D sharp. Right? And then I would go down to C, and now it changes. Right here. Trying to figure it out. Griff, you gotta kick rocks, bruh. I love you, but kick rocks. Something think that part's actually not, in regards to the left hand, I don't think it's that hard. I think it'll be like... something like that, right? But I think at that point, he just like, he goes from... and then he just chills on G for a while. So this one right here, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. Yeah, so I would just chill here. Outside of the D sharp minor, nothing new. It's just F. And then you're chilling on G sharp. And you can play that as many times as you want. And then the right hand's going crazy because you got the guitar solo. So I'm going to try to simplify that. It's not going to be too accurate. A sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp. Back down to F. D sharp, C sharp, F sharp, and then you repeat the C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp. Something like that, right? G sharp, C sharp, G sharp. So right here, C, C sharp, A sharp. Let me see. G sharp. So G sharp, C sharp, D sharp, C. C, C sharp, A sharp. Yeah, C, C sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and then G sharp. Right? And that's when you're chilling on G with your left hand, so probably like this, yeah. Let me see. So yeah, you hang on A sharp here for a while. And then C sharp, G sharp, right? And then it goes back to the lyrics. But you're going to play that on a higher key. actually probably gonna say, I would say you're playing the exact same. You're playing the chorus now, actually, right? But rather than doing all that, you're back to being slow here for your left hand. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, G sharp, C, B sharp, and then A sharp, C sharp, F. And you're playing smaller chords versus before we were playing like bass or whatever. And then it starts building up, so you bring back the eighths that we were doing in the beginning. And you have, in the background, you have the, but at this point you really just have to decipher what you want to use at this point. I already gave you all the notes for everything, so it's just, do you want to focus back on that part to signify this part of the song, or do you want to lightly play the chorus? Or you can even do both. You can do, it depends what you want to do. Which I taught that part in the original, but it might be a little different. So right here, where he says, and you'll see, right? Super flat, by the way. I literally cannot hit certain notes. So right here, I would incorporate the left hand that we taught in the original. I'm sorry. So he does G sharp, D sharp, and then octaves of G sharp. And do it again. Do it again. But this time you're going to go do octaves between A sharp and G sharp. F, F, D sharp. Okay? But you're holding things out longer. You're still utilizing those G sharp octaves, and I think I taught that in the original as well. Yeah, I did teach this in the original. C, right? C sharp, F, G sharp. So right here, just octaves D sharp, F, C sharp. Yeah, that's pretty much, it's just echoing. part. Enough. So you can still utilize G sharp, D sharp, G sharp here, and where he does. Or you can even do and let's see what else. So you got the lyrics doing. You got the lyrics going back and forth between G sharp and A sharp octaves. But right here, I know that's gonna come up. F, F sharp, D sharp, C sharp. So then right back, it brings you right back to the octaves of A sharp and G sharp. And then I think let me see. And this is the last kind of part. So you're just going in between G sharp with every note, but it's going to be C sharp, D sharp, F, and then F sharp, F, D sharp, C sharp. And don't forget, in between every note. And you can accentuate your left hand to still play the same chords. My dog has to go outside. So, tutorial is done, by the way. I am so sorry it is not as good as the original tutorial. But here we go.